My goal after this video is that you get up and you are so excited to clean some things around your home and you're gonna feel amazing. By the way, if you have not read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, I highly recommend it. Oh, and I'm gonna be tackling some of your biggest pain points when it comes to keeping your home tidy, from closets to countertops to your laundry to your bathrooms and so much more. And if you are new here, I do not have all the answers, but I do have 4 kids and I do run 2 businesses, and I don't have a nanny or an au pair or a housekeeper. But over the years, I've found a few tips and tricks that have helped along the way, and I'm sharing them with you. And the first place that we're starting is the kitchen. That's the first thing that you often see and your guests see when they enter your home. Starting with number 1, the countertops. How many times do you enter your house and everybody just lays the stuff on the countertops, and then before you know it, you're swimming in all kinds of papers and junk and stuff from Amazon and all the things? Well, if you can keep your countertops clear, it's gonna make your kitchen and your living room look so much more organized, even more organized than it actually is. So I have a no clutter countertop rule. If I find anything on this countertop, be it toys, papers, Play-Doh, glue, who knows what ends up on there, I have a special place for it. I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. So if I see anything on this countertop as I'm perusing about my day, I go ahead and put it in its special place. Maybe you have a ton of kitchen appliances. If you can, see if you can go through and sort some things and decide what you want to keep, what you want to donate. Maybe you haven't used this sort of kitchen gadget for a very long time, and see if you can store it in a pantry or a nearby closet or even in your kitchen space. Number 2, have stations within your kitchen. What is something you have a lot of? In my home, it's water bottles. With 6 people, we tend to have like 3 water bottles each. So I needed a place to keep them all, so they're not cluttered all over the countertops, here, there, and everywhere. So this is the water bottle / drink station. And this organizer, I'll link it below. Nothing in this video is sponsored. It's actually for wine bottles, but it's been fantastic for organizing all of our water bottles. And if I see a random water bottle around the house, I'll just go ahead and put it right here, and everybody knows where to find it. Stations, my friend. Number 3, we tend to have too many of something in our kitchen, and I'm going to name 3 categories for you. 1, utensils. I've worked hard to pare this down. Like, I used to have like 10 of these spatulas. Why did I have 10 of them? I mean, I even have 3, probably too many, but you should be able to fit all of your utensils organized nicely in a drawer. Oftentimes we think we're going to use something, but we haven't actually used it. The other place we tend to collect a lot of is kitchen hand towels. I have one drawer for all of my washcloths and hand towels, and we don't even go through all of these. So if you have an excess of these, ask yourself, do I really need that many hand towels? You should really just need like a drawer. And the third thing we tend to collect too much of in a kitchen is Tupperware or storageware. So really go through and see how much do you need and get a great organizer. This one is fantastic for organizing all the lids, but all of our storageware is located right here in this drawer. Have a consistent night routine when it comes to your kitchen. Make sure that your dishwasher is empty. Make sure all the dishes are out of the sink, that your countertops are wiped down. I have a rule when it comes to the nighttime. A body in motion stays in motion. So if I go sit on that couch before my kitchen is cleaned up, I ain't gonna wanna get my butt off that couch. So wipe everything down really quick. Make sure that when you wake up the next day, you walk into your kitchen and you are ready to start your day on the right foot. And literally cleaning out my kitchen sink, emptying the dishwasher, wiping the counters after dinner time really takes me about 10 minutes or so. And we tend to run our dishwasher every night. That way in the morning when the kids sleep for school or when they're eating breakfast, we can go ahead and take the dishes out and load it back up. Number 5, the refrigerator. I know it's behind closed doors, so the tendency is just to shove a bunch of stuff in there. So I'm going to show you my refrigerator and what it looks like 90% of the time as a family of 6. You can see here it looks very nice and organized, and we eat, I would say 90 8% of our meals at home. Everything has a place. I have great storage solutions. Another thing is go through your refrigerator every time you grocery shop. I grocery shop a couple times a week, so this helps to see if anything is expired. So I know this pizza sauce needs to go. This is my son's Gatorade, so I'm gonna have him drink that today. But condiments, these things can tend to add up really quickly. This has been sitting in here because it's just getting buried with all of these other condiments. I'm gonna put it in a place that I'm gonna see it when I open the refrigerator the next time. So your refrigerator should not look like it's just like everything's gonna fall out of it. Really go in and organize. And when you have a neatly organized refrigerator, it makes you want to cook more. It makes you want to nourish your body better. Keep food in the kitchen. This is what I teach my kids. They are not allowed to eat snacks out here, except on very rare occasions, because you do not want to have to be cleaning your couches all the time, nor do you want to be picking up bowls and wrappers in your living room and all throughout your house. So keep that food in the kitchen. Now, I will share a dirty little secret with you. When my kids go to bed, I do indulge in some popcorn on the couch. But I mean, it doesn't make that much of a mess. Sometimes my kids will find a kernel out here and they're like, Mom, you've been eating in the living room. Guilty as charged. But for my kids, the main objective is to keep it in the kitchen. The pantry. If you watched some previous videos, my pantry was not looking so hot, so I knew I needed to implement some better behaviors and habits when it comes to organizing this. So I want to show you what has worked for me. But my number one rule, I would say, is bins help. And number two, don't buy so much. Unless, of course, there's like a famine or a drought or like a pandemic of some sort. But oftentimes we have just way too much product in our home and we can just go to the grocery store when we need to. So in here, yes, organized chaos. The bins help keep things a little bit more cohesive. Also, I do not have an excess amount of items. If I'm running low on something, I will write it down on a piece of paper, and then the next time we run to the grocery store, we will go ahead and grab it. Down below here, I love this system when it comes to snacks. This is free reign for my kids when it comes to snack time. We got these nice bins that you can pull in and out. Also, there's a few more snacks down here. Bread supplies, chips, napkins, bread, anything that you would need. But have a great system when it comes to your pantry. And remember, sometimes we don't need as much as we think that we need in our pantries. And last but not least, when it comes to your kitchen or really anywhere in your home, is have a one-touch rule. The inclination is just to set something down when you come into the house and then you're like, I'll just pick it up and I'll put it where it needs to go later. No, my friend. If you know that you have something, put it in its designated home immediately, rather than having to like move it around your house. Maybe you put it here and then you move it over to here, and then it finally makes its way into its designated area, which in my case is the office. We're moving into the closet. I know it doesn't look like I'm in the closet, but I'm gonna share a little trick with you that you can use also when it comes to your closet. So look down here. We have all these pots and pans and different organizers that I no longer need. My mom is coming today and she's gonna donate these items. So have a designated area where you put your donation items. It's important to constantly be going through your stuff and deciding if this is something that you wanna keep or something that you wanna donate. I do a very similar thing when it comes to the clothes in my closet. In fact, I do have a clothes bin for her, so I'll share that with you. In my 3-year-old's closet, because she doesn't have as much stuff as the rest of us, is where I keep these bins. This is just a Dollar Tree bin. So anytime I'm going through laundry or folding clothes and I decide this is not something that they're gonna wear anymore, I put it in here. So I'm happy to impart it to somebody new. I'm taking you into my master closet and I'm going to show you some tricks. I share this closet with my husband and it stays organized like this about 90% of the time. First and foremost, if you can, matching hangers make such a difference in making your closet look more organized than it actually is. The consistency in color, just tremendous. So if you can get some hangers that are all matching, I highly recommend it. Oh, and this is a little extra. This is not something that you have to do, but let me just show you. I've color-coded my closet because once you've color-coded, it's easier to keep it that way. So as you can see here, it just makes it look more organized than it actually is. Okay, then moving into our next tip. In every room or bathroom, depending upon where you like to undress, make sure you have a spot for dirty laundry. All of my kids have a hamper or dirty laundry basket. Ours is right here. You can just throw it in here. This is actually my husband's. I tend to take my dirty laundry and just put it directly in the laundry room, but that's just how I like to do things. But have a place for that dirty laundry. Number 12, as best as you can when it comes to your closet, reduce any clutter on your floor. As you can see here, there's a clear path here on the floor. There's not stacks of stuff laying around, because when you have a bunch of clothes down here and boxes and packages or whatever the case may be, it's gonna make your closet look even smaller than it actually is. It's gonna make it look more cluttered. So if at all, clear your floor space. And my last tip when it comes to keeping your closet organized is make it beautiful. Make it a place that you want to be in. Even if you have a closet that just opens the door, or you have one that you can just peek in. Maybe you don't have a closet as large as just this. Maybe you have an even larger closet. So a couple of things I've done to make the closet beautiful. One, I color code it, which is what I showed you. And then I like good bins where you can hide some of those things that maybe are not as appealing, like swimsuits or maybe your bras and underwear. By the way, I do not have a dresser. But I have a little station over here where I have all my jewelry, where I like to get ready, put things on. But I wanted this little moment right here where it was really beautiful and organized. So just because it has a door, much like your refrigerator, doesn't mean that you want it to look scary when you open it up inside. You want to open those doors and be like, I'm ready to prepare some food, or I'm ready to get ready for the day. I have 4 tips when it comes to your mudroom. I got my pile all ready for my mama, and I'm just thinking I love to share the most helpful things with you. I used to use this to organize all my pots and pans, but we're gonna take a really quick intermission because I'm gonna show you what I actually did, because these can clutter up your kitchen like nobody's business. So come this way. Okay, inside of here, this is all of our cooking ware. And again, I make almost all of our meals at home. This set right here is phenomenal. You can bypass this part if you are not interested, but this has just been a game changer when it comes to storing pots and pans and things like this. Usually you have all of these handles, and then you need to figure out what to do with all of the pots and pans. And by the way, most of us have way too many pots and pans to begin with. I know that I did. You saw that 2 bags there of pots and pans. Like, why? Why do I have so many? Don't need them. Okay, look at this. Is awesome. These are handles. Space saving, my friend. All you have to do is stick that on there, grasp it, and then you can go ahead and cook whatever you need to. The other nice thing about this is if you want to store this in your refrigerator, once it's cooled down, you put the lid on, you can put it in your refrigerator. Watch this. See? Bam, put it on there, lock it into place. You're ready to cook something else, go to town. Beautiful. And then these just stack so nicely in here. I'm like, where have these been my entire life? It's just saved so much space in my kitchen. Now when I'm opening and closing this, I am like so happy. Yesterday I had to like go in here and look around like, oh, it's just so pretty. Okay, back to the mudroom. My first tip when it comes to an organized, clutter-free mudroom is no longer accept that it just needs to look like a bomb went off in it. In fact, this has taken me some time. Like, I just assumed the mudroom should be like this chaotic place because it has been for so many years. But it's the first thing that we see when we walk in the door from our house, because we enter through our garage, and then it's like sets the tone for the rest of your home. So I made it a rule to no longer accept having a messy mudroom. What tends to take up most of the space in a mudroom? Shoes. So here's some strategies that I have when it comes to shoes. Of course, declutter your shoes, see what shoes you really need. Maybe you don't need 25 pairs of shoes all in your mudroom area. So we have a few spaces down here where we keep the shoes that we wear usually on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, my shoes, when I'm done wearing them, I really do put them up in my closet. Let me show you another little place that I like to store shoes, because I live in Minnesota. We have 4 seasons, so we got boots, we got sandals, we got all the different seasons. Here in this multi-storage closet, I have a little space right here where these are shoes that are frequently accessed by my kids. And I have one more place that I keep those shoes. Let me just show you. Oh, by the way, we're gonna get to this area here in just a second. I mean, this is gonna be like a saving grace for you. Come on over this way. And I have 2 boys that play hockey, and my husband also plays hockey. So we have these massive hockey bags and things. And so with all of that, I still wanna keep things organized in my mudroom area. This entryway closet, this is for shoes that we don't wear as frequently. So we have some extra spare winter boots, some hockey skates. We could even pare this down a little bit more, but I need to have my kids try on some of these things. So get creative when it comes to shoe storage, and only keep in your mudroom, your entryway area, the shoes that you wear on an everyday basis. That way you can reduce the shoe overload. Next tip, I alluded to this, but is declutter on a regular basis. So I went in here and I saw, do we have coats in here that nobody is wearing? Is it a change of seasons? Are these some, like I actually have 3 bags down here. I do not need 3 bags or purses down here. My camera bag is shaking his head, but go through your mudroom area and really see if there's things that you can move, donate, or get rid of. And this is one of my biggest tips when it comes to your mudroom area, is train your kids and train yourself. So my kids, they like to come home from school. They come in through this store, and this is literally what they like to do. I mean, it's taking time to train them. And they're like, all right, I'm ready for snack. It's snack time. And then we walk in here and we say, no, no, no. You got to hang up your coat. This is good habit, because when they go to school, they're not throwing their backpacks and coats all over the floor, right? So why should they do it in your home? And put your backpack in its designated cubby. Now you've automatically cleared some space. So train yourself, train your kids. How have I trained myself? Every time I walk through this mudroom area, I'm looking around to seeing if I can organize something, put something away, because this leads directly to our main floor bathroom. And I don't want to see all that clutter when I'm walking through here. So not only have I trained my kids, I'm also training myself. I definitely do not live a perfect life. I just try to do the best that I can each day. But this is an example of things like papers. You get all those school things that often end up on your kitchen counters or on your tables or wherever. So this is a space I put all the papers that I don't know what we're gonna do with yet. And then once a month we'll go through and organize all of these things. And then this is just an area. This is like a TBD area. This is the space that allow us to sort of set things until we determine what its home is going to be. So allow yourself some grace when it comes to organizing your home as well. Let's talk about laundry. I have 5 quick tips for you. Let's go in my laundry room and let me explain a few things that will help you out. I used to be drowned with laundry. Drowned? I don't even know how you say that. And it used to be all around our bedroom in different laundry baskets, and then it'd be like just this whole to-do. I actually love laundry now. Let me tell you why and share with you how I made that possible. First tip, have a routine. Remember when I mentioned James Clear's book, Atomic Habits? Have a routine. So every night I run a load of laundry because we have about 1 load a day for a family of 6. And then I change it, and then the next morning I take it out, and then I'm able to fold it. And here's what's gonna be a little bit crazy making for many of you. I fold the laundry at 4:30 in the morning because I wake up at 4 a.m., but it's quiet in my house. I turn on some meditation music. You could turn on something that you enjoy, but it gives me an opportunity to accomplish a simple task at the start of my day. And then the dopamine in my brain is released, like, yeah, girl, you did a good thing. Let's keep that momentum going. And then I also feel just amazing because I've gotten the laundry done for that day. Routines, routines, routines. Make a date with your laundry. So let me bring you in here and show you the organized chaos. I have a bin system when it comes to the laundry because remember, I fold it at 4:30 a.m. I'm not going to go in my kids' bedrooms and put their clothes away and then they're going to school. So these are the bins. This is my oldest son, this is my youngest son, my oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, and this is the overflow area. And then I have my own basket over here, which is my stuff. And then every Saturday or Sunday, we take the bins and put everything away. Moving into my next tip when it comes to this, when you're folding that laundry, really assess if this item is something that your kids are still continuing to wear. Maybe it's too worn out and it's time to go. Maybe you have a piece of clothing that you've washed and you're putting it away, but you're like, I just don't really love this sweater. Why do I keep holding on to it? Maybe it's time to give it a new home. So really assess as you're doing your laundry routine, all the items that you're touching and folding and deciding if it really needs to stay in your home. My next tip, have laundry supplies that you love. I have a dirty little secret, although it's not a secret because I share it with you, but I like things that smell so good. I'm a fabric softener friend, and this is my favorite one. every time I do a load of laundry, I get so excited because it just smells amazing. Again, nothing in this video is sponsored, this rinse and refresh. I'm just like, every time I use this, I'm just thinking, oh, this smells wonderful. So have products that you like to use when it comes to your laundry. I have a really excellent stain remover that I love to use. This gets me excited because I know it's gonna reduce the stains on all my boys' brown socks, but they should be white socks. My last tip in the laundry category is, mama, be the boss of your laundry. No longer let it overtake you or be this like feeling of overwhelm, because when you have a routine, put on some good music while you're doing your laundry, you're folding it, putting it away. Find joy in that task. You're gonna look forward to doing it. I love it. I put my music in. My kids are like, oh, mom's up in the laundry room doing laundry. I shut the door. If I got a load running, like I can't hear them screaming and yelling. So this really has become a sanctuary for me. Moving into the bathroom, follow me into our master bathroom. Now, all these tips and tricks that I'm sharing with you, it has taken me 39 years, yes, I'm 39, to implement them and get to a place where I can keep my home maintained and manageable. And I must say, my life is busier now than it has ever been with 4 kids and in multiple activities. I mean, it is absolutely insane. And I refuse, thumbs up if you can relate to me on this one, to live in a home of chaos, because when my home is chaotic and disorganized, I feel chaotic and disorganized. So I like to have spaces and routines that look clean and that are easy to maintain. So if just one of these tips and tricks helps you today, I am so thankful and grateful and happy. And maybe I've motivated you to organize something in your home. But this did not happen overnight. I probably still have room for improvement, but all of these things are good enough for me. And they work. People always ask me, how do you keep your house so clean and organized? This is how I do it. So in your bathroom, have a morning routine. I clean and wipe down my bathroom almost every single morning. Let me show you some ways that makes that easy. So down in here in this cupboard, I have cleaning supplies. In every single bathroom, I have cleaning supplies that I would use. So I have some water, I have an e-cloth here, I have some disinfecting wipes that you can do it really quickly for the toilet. I also have cleaners that I love. I'm loving this Method one. It just smells so good and fresh. So I spray this down, wipe it down when I'm done getting ready, and then I just quickly go through and like get up any toothpaste that's been stuck in your sink. Maybe you have like, I don't know, some hair all over the place, so have products that you like, and have a morning routine when it comes to cleaning up your bathroom so that when you walk in it later in the day, you're like, oh, this looks so nice. I want to keep it that way. Speaking of tools, I have something hidden back here in my closet. One of these. No one wants hair stuck and wrapped around your toes or on your socks. So every other day I'll just quickly go through in the bathroom, get up any of that hair. You'd be amazed what you can pick up in just a couple of days using one of these. Super gratifying. Have supplies that are easily accessible and supplies that you really love using. I'm going to combine number 25 and 26, and that is a no clutter countertop rule. So you can see here on my side of the sink, I have very minimal things. I have a clock, a toothbrush, and then of course you gotta have good music when you're getting ready in the morning and then doing your morning bathroom cleaning routine, which literally takes me like 5 minutes, by the way, 5 or 6 minutes. And then here, minimal clutter. When you have all kinds of supplies out, it's harder to clean because you gotta move all this stuff. It collects more dust. It doesn't stay as nice. So where do I keep everything? You may be asking yourself. Well, one, I go through my items and make sure I just don't have an excess amount of things to begin with. But in here, this is where we keep everything, and it looks like this. I swear to you, about 90% of the time, it looks this organized. We have my husband's space, we have my space, we have some joint stuff. If we come down here in the drawers, I have jewelry and hair supplies. When you have good systems in place, it's easy to maintain. This is kind of an overflow area. And then down here, we have linens and such. But as best as you can, try to keep those countertops clear. It's going to be easier to clean, and it's just going to make your whole bathroom overall look more organized. Here's my other goal. You'll notice I have no rugs in this bathroom. One, they collect a ton of moisture and hair, and oftentimes we're not washing them as frequently as we should. Have you ever noticed in Florida, it's very rare that people have carpeting? Why is that? It's humid. Well, your bathroom is humid as well. So here is what I do have, because I have a 3-year-old that we bathe and you gotta get down on your knees, or maybe you wanna step on something when you get out of the shower that has a little bit padding to it. But this is so easy to clean with my mop. I do it once a week. But I do not recommend having rugs in your bathroom. Sure, they're cute, but they get smelly because they're housing all that moisture and your dead skin cells and your hair dropping on them, and they're just, Number 27, although I do have a bonus tip for you that's gonna apply all around, is the master bedroom. Do not let your master bedroom become a dumping ground for your stuff and everybody else's stuff. And here's a little trick. Make your bed every single day. That way, when you walk in your bedroom, your bed is made. It makes it harder for you to like throw a bunch of trash like over here and throw your clothes all over the place, because you're like, I don't wanna mess this beautiful thing up that I made. And it probably takes me about 5 or 6 minutes to make this king size bed every single morning. But make your bed. It's gonna help you have a more organized and clean master bedroom, because look, like you just gotta keep it clean when it looks nice like this. And my last bonus tip to help you have like the cleanest house you ever thought you could have is really rethink every item that you bring into your house. Think to yourself, if I bring this item into my home, I have to create a designated space for it, a home for it. And homes that have an excess amount of stuff and items will automatically look more cluttered. If you want your home to look a little bit more high-end, oftentimes it's just a matter of reducing the amount of clutter and objects that you have in it. A space automatically looks bigger and more refreshed when you've really pared things down and you've decided intentionally the stuff that you're bringing into your house. This is the biggest home that we've ever lived in, and we actually have less stuff than we've ever had in our entire adult lives because I'm intentional. I know if I bring something into my home, I'm gonna have to take care of that item. I'm gonna have to touch it. I'm gonna have to organize it. I'm gonna have to store it. My kids are gonna get into it. Let me know in that description box below what was most helpful for you here today, and anything that I showed I will link below for you. Make sure that you sign up for that free weekly cleaning and home hack newsletter that is linked in that description box below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.